What's going on, everybody? It's your boy C-Zar, and we are talking about KTA today, Keeta the Cheetah. Hit that like button, subscribe. Thank you all for being here. It's the 24th day of January. Here we are at about 33.5 cents right now. Spoiler alert, I believe here we're going to find resistance and probably pull back, form a higher low as we have before, and then continue on our merry way to break out. Typically, not always, but typically in situations like this, you don't just bust right through. It can happen, especially with the setup we have. It can happen. But typically, you kind of consolidate. You do something different than what you did before. This is a signal for people to buy. This is a signal for the smart money who's paying attention to buy at prior areas of resistance or at a trend line, a higher low trend line, whatever it might be. Before, it's kind of like your last call, your last chance to get in before the actual breakout happens. It's like here you rejected, you got lower lows. Here you rejected, you got lower lows. Here when we reject, we're going to get higher lows, and then we're going to consolidate. It's not going to be as harsh of a rejection. Different behavior begets different results. That's the thought. That's the thought, okay? And with that being said, spoiler alert, I posted on X.com about an hour and a half ago saying that I sold some KTA. I did sell here, probably exactly right here at this price, actually. I did not sell the hodl bag. The big bag remains untouched, unchanged, forever standing. Okay? That way, if I'm wrong, and we do, this happens, it's not common. The more common thing is to do what I was talking about first and then do this. But this still happens a solid amount of the time. If we do just break out from here, cool. We're making money anyways. It doesn't matter. And then I could take my small little trading bag that I sold and put it into some other coin that hasn't pumped yet. You know, it's not a big deal. There's plenty of coins. Zora, Zbeck, Cookie Dow that are all that are coins that we pay attention to that are at a discount. Litecoin, right? If I wanted to invest in something that hasn't blown up yet, there's plenty of opportunity to do so. But there's no reason to sell the hodl bag. Again, I did not sell all my KTA. I sold a very, very small percentage, like probably 5% of my total amount that I'm holding in KTA. Probably like 5%. So if I'm right, cool. I can play with that, have some fun, make some more KTA in the process. If I'm wrong, cool. We're making more dollars. It doesn't matter. I am not selling everything that I have here. I want to be very, very clear, because whenever people hear, oh, he sold some, they treat that as, I should sell everything that I have. No, that's not at all what's happening. I'm just having fun, okay? I'm a degenerate. I'm in crypto. I like to have fun too, and trading is a little bit of that expression of fun for me. Anyways, enough about me. Let's talk about you. Looking at it here, to me, again, it really does make sense that we find resistance here. We're quote-unquote breaking out. We're building higher, and look at the volume. It's just not there. We got 6 hours left in the day. There's a lot of time left, but you look at the 1 hour time frame, and still the volume's just not there. Your biggest spike in volume, you didn't even move up. You had a lower high. You have a tweezer top here, all the way at the top. You didn't even move up with the volume. When you're getting volume and you're not moving up, that's not good. When you're getting less volume and you're moving up, that's not good typically. So we're probably going to pull back. We're on the Coinbase chart, KTA USD on the 1 hour time frame. You guys know how I feel about gaps. There's plenty of gaps down here. There's a gap right down there at about 27 cents. There's, you know, like some gaps right here too. Or just a gap. There's like 2 or 3 gaps down here. And gaps, in my opinion, are not enough to determine where the price is going to go. But that's where we put our fibs on. We see a low to a high. We have a little gaparoo right here. And the golden ratio is right there in proximity. One would assume, at least I'm assuming, I'm the one that's assuming, we're probably going to go to the golden ratio. Does it happen today? Does it happen like this? Maybe. Does it go down and then up and get a slightly higher high? Maybe a couple, and then we slowly bleed over? Maybe. You know, whatever the case may be, I believe that we're going down here probably within the next week. I don't expect that we're just going to flash crash down. Right? If we look at this, let's just see. Let's just see what took longer, right? Was it the move up that took longer or the move down that took longer from a time perspective? This was from the 11th of January to the 14th of January, where from the 14th here at the top, that was from the 14th to the bottom was the 20th. 11th to the 14th is 3 days. 14th to the 20th is 6 days. So it took twice as long. So in other words, we moved up very fast. We're at this area. Maybe it's the top. Maybe we go a little bit higher, whatever. But we're at this high area. To get back down here, it will probably take the rest of this week. We will probably go the end of January will probably be a little bit of a selling off event. That's my guess for KTA. And that's okay. There's nothing wrong with that. That's totally fine. We look at the 1 hour indicators and you can see the RSI is pretty overbought. You've been living in the overbought zone, seeing a nice consistent read. It's great. But again, total lack of volume here. It looks like volume's kind of building, but it's deceitful because you had a lot of volume. You had a large spike come in on the last hour where you didn't move. That to me says selling pressure. Maybe not. We'll see. MACD technically does not have bearish divergence. The stochastics do, but it's the 1 hour time frame, so I'm not going to dock you too hard for that. Let's look at the 4 hour time frame. The 4 hour time frame here, again, just dropping off in volume. It's not what you want to see. It's not terrible volume, but it's just not what you want to see, I think. The RSI seems to be in the same area that it typically tops off at. I mean, if we look at this here, like how often do you get above that area there? Hold on, let me fix this. I've got an issue. I got to fix. Just hold on, y'all. Hold the phone. Hopefully that didn't make things worse. Hopefully everything's good. Okay. But yeah, something around here. I mean, once, twice, 3 times. We're right there now. We're right there now. We went a little bit higher. And again, could we go a little bit higher from here? Sure. If I'm wrong, if I sold here and we go up to 38 cents instead and I could have sold there, boo-hoo. It's still probably going to pull back to 27 cents or lower. That's my guess. Stochastics, MACD on the 4 hour, they all look bullish. And guess what? We can make a move from here. What's going on? Why is it not doing it? We can make a move from here down to here and still look bullish on all these indicators, okay? We can make that move. This move does not seem that significant the way that I'm drawing it here. Let's see, right there. It doesn't seem that significant, but from the current price going down to 27 cents or just below there, that's about a 20% drop. And it's a higher low. Overall, it's a higher low that's coming in, right? Just in this fine rounded kind of trajectory that we have. It's not a problem. But still, it's something that I'm expecting. We look at the daily time frame, and again, the bullishness should really come to life here. Oh, wow. You have a little bit of bearish divergence, technically. Technically, you do have a little bit of bearish divergence here. You can consolidate. You can consolidate and come back a little bit. Technically, if this bearish divergence comes true, that would call for you to move back at least below here, which is 30 cents. At least below 30 cents. We look at this from a relative low to a relative high. The 382 is right there at 28 cents. The 0.5 is at 26 cents. I mean, these areas are perfectly adequate areas to find support. Even this area here is perfectly adequate. And even from here, 33.4 cents, dropping down to 30 cents, that's about a 10% drop. So 10%, 20%, whatever the case may be, there's definitely some dropping coming in. And if I'm wrong, great, because we're about to explode. If I'm wrong, this thing's about to go through the roof. We're about to go ballistic, and we're probably going to see a 45-cent price here over the next day or two. But I don't think I'm wrong. It's a powerful looking RSI. It really is. I'm just disappointed with the volume, personally. Stochastics look good, but you do have bearish divergence on the MACD, bearish divergence on the RSI, and the stochastics technically. Depending on what we do over the coming days will really validate or invalidate this idea. It's the weekend. Low volume, I'm thinking we pull back. We get set up for one more time, and then the next attempt should be the attempt that breaks us through. Hit that like button, subscribe. Thank you all for being here. I'll see you on the next one, okay? Take care of yourselves. Take care of your kids. Take care of your moms and your dads. Hugs and kisses, everybody. Bye-bye.